Now, first warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Alex Garcia.
Well, overall, not a bad day today. Had a little bit of a front roll through. We had some clouds earlier, but you know, got it cleared out. Got a nice little sunny day out of the whole mix. We had some mix of clouds, but tonight, boy, the cold air has started to drop in, and you can already feel it when you walk out there. Going to be a much cooler day tomorrow. Satellite picture is showing us we still have plenty of moisture in the air down south. We've got more moisture moving in out here from the west. Why? Because those upper level winds, they're still basically west to east out there. Dew point levels, look at that. Boy, it is dry in Amarillo. Dew point only 7 degrees compared to 67 way down in Brownsville. Notice you got all that water in the air. Temperature pretty high there. No water, look at the temperature, 22 degrees. So that shows you the impact of just putting a little moisture into the air. Temperatures across our region into the 50s and 60s. Further up to the north in San Angelo, 41 degrees. Dew point down to 25. Further down to the south in Laredo, 71. Dew point at 50. So it is one of those really dry days further up to the north. Here in Texas, things are pretty quiet tonight, but we're also watching that next system that's starting to move in to the Pacific Northwest. We've got another system out here sitting off the coast that we're watching, and there's a lot of cold air that sits right here that we've also been watching for the last few days. Closer up, the big thing for us is just the cold air that's filtering in and the clouds that are starting to move across the region. The upper level winds are basically west to east all across the area, and it's this west to east flow like this that's locking up all that cold air that sits up north of us, and it's not allowing it to come through. If it does slip further down, the strongest winds here are going to carry it more out toward the east and toward the southeast of us. And boy, this is a lot of cold air, but look at that strong wind all coming through this region. So that means we're looking for some really cold temperatures later in the week out toward Nebraska. Meanwhile, down into Texas, we're underneath that zonal flow and up at around 10,000 feet. Look at the warmth in the air. Boy, this is up at 10,000. This is not the surface. That means the air above us is getting pretty warm. Meanwhile, we're looking at one more cold morning tomorrow, into the 30s overall. We're going to watch this front kind of slide on down. The high is going to move over, and when it does so, watch what happens to the winds. We get a little southeast flow. We get a warm front back here. That means you get one day of cold air, and that's pretty much it. Here's what we're looking at early in the morning out of Nixon, 39. It'll be 58 later in the afternoon for you. Further back out to the west in Del Rio, we'll look at 41 and a 64 here in San Antonio. We'll look at 61 for the high, 39 early in the morning. We're going to talk about the rest of the week and the weekend in just a bit.